Hi everyone, today we are going to practice more area problems, but these ones, they give you the area and something else is missing that you have to go and figure out and find what it is. So today we're starting with a rectangle, so our area is 50 inches squared, and then we're given the length, but we're not given the width. So I went ahead and wrote our formula over here, and then I'm just breaking it apart. So our area that they gave us was 50 inches squared. Our length they gave us, which is this part of our rectangle, is 10. And then W, we don't know. That's the big question mark. So first thing I'm going to do is plug in this information that I know into the original formula. So wherever there's an uppercase A, I will plug in 50. Where there's an L, I will plug in 10. And then W, we don't know, so W is going to stay W. Next step, I want to get W all by itself on this side of the problem. So if we remember back to solving these, we have to isolate W, we have to do the opposite operation of any number that is on this side of the equal sign. So right now we are multiplying by 10. So in order to get rid of 10 on this side, we have to divide by 10. But what we do on one side, we have to do to the other. So once we have 10 over 10, they can cross each other out. We would be left with 1. Any number times 1 is itself, so this doesn't really matter, we're okay. And if we look over here, we have 50 divided by 10. So there's a couple ways you could solve this. First thing I notice is that they both end in a 0. So both of the zeros can be crossed out. So now we have 5 over 1 divided by, or equals 1 times W. We can just cross 1 out because it won't make a difference. We have W by itself now. 1 goes into 5, or 5 divided by 1 is a simple 5. And then we have inches for our units, and that is our answer. So now let's look at a triangle problem. Same idea, you're given the area, given one part of the base or the height, you have to find the other. So our formula for a triangle is 1/2 times the base times the height. We know that our area in this problem is 40. Our base, we don't know, and our height is 4. So now we plug in this information into our formula. So I went ahead and plugged in all of our information. So area, A is 40, 1/2 times the base times the height, which is 4. So that was my first step. I need to get B totally by itself. I need to isolate it. I'm going to do it one number at a time, so I'm going to start with 4. Right now I'm multiplying by 4. To get rid of it, I have to do the opposite operation. So right now I'm multiplying, I will have to divide by 4 for our next step. I am dividing by 4 on this side. What I have to do on this side of the equal sign, I have to do to the other side. So I'm dividing by 4. Once you divide it on this side, you do not have to worry about dividing it by any of these. Once you do it once over here, you just hop right over to the other side and start dividing. So then I would do 40 divided by 4. 4 can go into 40 10 times. So my 4's cross out, they become a 1. Don't really have to worry about it anymore. I didn't carry it down. And then my 40 over 4 became 10. 4 can go into 40 10 times. So I still need to get B by itself on this side. So right now I'm multiplying by 1/2. The way to get rid of a fraction, instead of dividing by a fraction, you have to find the reciprocal and multiply by that. So we cannot divide 1/2 by B. I mean, we can, but it would be kind of tricky. We want to multiply by the opposite reciprocal, and the opposite reciprocal of 1/2 is 2 over 1. I'll put parentheses to show this is where we're working right now. So 1 over 1, can't cross them out, but we can cross out 2 and 2. They both become 1. And now we're left with B by itself on this side. So we multiplied by 2 over 1 here. We have to multiply by 2 over 1 on the other side. Put 10 over 1, so we're multiplying with just fractions. So if we look up here, we are multiplying fractions. You multiply right across, so 10 times 2, we would get 20. 1 times 1, we would get over 1, but any number over 1 is itself. So we're left with 20. Then we need our units of centimeters, and we have found our base for this triangle. Let's walk through this one more time. We were given our area of 40, our height of 4, our base we didn't know. This was our original formula. We plugged all of our information in here. We saw capital A, it became 40, 1/2 stays. Base we don't know, height was 4. So we plugged that all in. We decided to get rid of 4 on this side first because we needed to get B by itself. So we divided by 4 on this side, divide by 4 here. 40 divided by 4, we get 10. We are left with 1/2 and B. We didn't worry about this anymore because 4 over 4 is 1. That wouldn't make a difference, so we just dropped it. Next, we were left with 10 equals 1/2 times B. We needed to get B by itself. So instead of dividing by 1/2, we multiplied by the opposite reciprocal, which was 2 over 1. So we multiplied by the opposite reciprocal here. We have to multiply by it over here to get B.